So that little guy right there, that little, I think it's a stir-by quarry, seems to have a little bite out of his back, if I could get right there. Yeah, that's like an actual bite, which is likely due to this guy mistakenly, if I could zoom in on him a little bit, the Mbu, okay, get out of the way, mistakenly biting him because he thought it was a snail or a piece of food. And those quarries have a little bit of poison in them. So I think that's why he's hanging out up there. I think he's a little freaked out, but generally this tank is just doing amazingly. I've never had plants like this ever in my life. I don't know what the difference is, but these Amazon swords are probably at this point, so the tank is 2 foot to the top, so they're at least a foot, 18 inches. And all the other plants that are in here are just doing kind of amazingly. So, and the fish are doing great. I don't know what I'm doing different this time, to be honest. But everything is doing incredibly well in here. Even all the neons have survived, most of them. The rummy nose have been doing great, and those guys are notorious for not surviving these things. The rainbow fish cranking, the Congo tetras doing great. These blue angels are just amazing looking, and they're growing like crazy. The black guys I've got here, so I've got 2 pairs, this pair and that pair, and they, I mean, these guys are big. That guy is like, it's hard to tell because of the depth, but he's probably 6 inches tall. This one's probably 6 inches, I would imagine. And the rest of these guys will get that big. And the Farlowella, look at that guy. He's enormous. He's got to be a foot long. So yeah, everybody's doing great in here except for the Mbu. The Mbu is like freaking out. I don't know quite what it is, but I just fed him too, so there's a bunch of stuff in the water. The little micro food I get from Aquarium Co-op, but yeah, I'm a little worried about him. I almost want to put him in a smaller tank, but basically I've got, so to kind of explain how it's pretty hard to feed a Mbu Puffer that size. You got to really work at it. So he'll eat shrimp, like krill, and he'll eat snails. And that's about it. They are meat eaters. So you can kind of see in here, there's a lot of baby mystery snails that I've been putting in here. And if we look over here, this is the mystery snail tank. So we're breeding mystery snails like crazy in here. All these are mystery snail eggs. So there's a lot of them. And what I didn't realize is that mystery snails will eat duckweed. So you can kind of, let's see if we can actually capture that. It's pretty challenging to capture. But you can see them actually eating the duckweed. So it's kind of a great combination to have mystery snails in a in a duckweed tank, because they just chow it down. And duckweed is full of all kinds of great nutrients, protein. Duckweed is like maybe something that we could feed humans someday, I don't know. But it's really great. It's a great food. I feed it to my chickens, the emus. Everybody loves the duckweed. So it's a really great food, and it takes all kinds of bad stuff out of the water. They use it in sewage processing, you know, facilities, stuff like that. So you can kind of see these are all Endler tetras, and there are a million of them in here. There are just millions of these guys in here. I mean, they're just producing like crazy. So the water is really good. And there's a whole bunch of mystery snails so basically the mystery snails come up here, lay their eggs. When they hatch, they fall into the water and they start growing. So we give them a lot of zucchini and stuff. You can see that one back there is just full of zucchini. These zucchini I just put in there. But yeah, this is really fun, kind of a fun tank. We've got kind of a little forest growing here. Uh-oh. I better get him out of there. He might be stuck. Okay, let's see if I can grab him. He might be stuck. Hopefully he's not a goner. Come here, little buddy. He's not happy because he's all, oh, sorry. He's all closed up. Yeah, that's the downside when I fill this up too much, because things can get stuck back here. So I gotta watch that, but you can see there's mystery snail eggs on just everything. So they're pretty prolific, and I think it's because of the duckweed. That's the main part of their diet. They will eat the zucchini when I put it in there, and the other food, you know, the fish food, they clean that up. But yeah, there's just a lot of them in here. And all these guys are finally starting to grow, which is really cool. I hope there's nobody else stuck back there. Gotta watch that. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So what I'm doing here is I've got a power head down there, and I'm pumping water up through here into the back here, and then it kind of flows through the gravel down. So it's providing the plants with nutrients and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a fun one. It's one of my favorite tanks of all of our tanks right now. And then we've got this over here. So these are swordtails that I got from Dan's Fish, which are beautiful. These guys right here. But they've been in here for 6 months now. There's a male back there, and these two, a male and a female. Unfortunately, the other female jumped out, but they have not had a baby since I put them in here. I'll have to look up the name of these, but I got them from Dan's Fish. They were expensive, about, I'm gonna say north of $100 for a pair. And I was like, yeah, it'd be great if I could breed these guys, but they're just not producing at all. Now we've got some really beautiful white bushy nose in here. They're kind of, there's one right there. They're kind of all hiding because I need some dither fish up here to make everybody feel a little more secure. Everybody's kind of hiding, so. But I could actually put the Mbu in here so that, you know, it's a smaller area and I could really monitor what he's doing. But we'll see about that. He may be fine if he ate something weird. You know, there's nothing I can do about that if he's poisoned by the Corydoras, but hopefully he kind of gets through that. And there's a bunch of Corydoras in here as well, but because there's no dither fish, they're very, very skittish. I almost never see them. There's that other male swordfish, but yeah, I'm not sure why. Look at how fat she is, but she just never pops. She never pops. I would love to have a bunch of these babies, but it's been 6 months with nothing. Then we've got the big tank here with a bunch of rhino plecos, which are freaking dinosaurs at this point. I need to clean this one. This one's the last one on my list. But we've got the little cutie right there, which I've never had one of those, the flower horns, but he sure is fun. He's getting really big, and there's a arowana there, which I'm just thawing out some food. He's a little hard to feed. He hasn't quite got the hang of it yet. He'll eat some dry food, but he really likes shrimp. And these guys all love shrimp as well. There's that mystery catfish that I've tried to identify a few times, but look at these rhino plecos, man. They're just like beasties. Big old beastie boys. And there's that cactus in there. He's a big boy too. He's a big old boy. And the tire track eel, which is about 2 foot long now. He's kind of sitting back there. They're all waiting for some krill, which I ran out of 2 days ago, and I haven't been able to get to the store. So I've been giving them dry food. And I've got some Myster shrimp that I'm gonna try all these guys on. I think they'll probably eat that. But yeah, these guys are dinosaurs. They're about 18 years old now. 16, 17, 18 years old, somewhere in there. I should actually look it up. But yeah, they're big boys. Big boys. So yeah, that's our update for today. Just thought I'd document kind of what's going on with the aquariums. Oh, he's kind of coming out a little bit. Excuse me. Excuse me. He kind of stuck his nose out. The Mbu did. Yeah, poor little guy. There's a lot of snails in here. I just noticed he always sticks on this side of the tank. And I just put maybe like a dozen little mystery snails in here, but I did just notice, looking over here, there's a lot of snails on this side, like a lot. Like that thing is covered in snails. So there's a lot of food for him to eat in here. He's just got to wander around a little bit, and I think he's a little scared to do that. So hopefully he's going to be fine. We'll see. We'll keep updating this stuff, but yeah, I'm loving this tank as much as any tank I've ever had, to be honest. It's pretty cool.